Seattle. Today, a good one in the NFC West. It's the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. Let's get this going. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson, Eddie Pinheiro to get it started. Off we go from Lumen Field. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Seahawks come out, and they are led by a new quarterback, Sam Darnold. From USC, he's bounced around for his first 7 seasons. This is 5th different franchise as he starts year 8 in the NFL. And Greg, it's year 1 with the Seahawks.
I don't know about you, Mike, but my biggest takeaway from our meeting with him was just how important it is that they get off to a fast start. He made it very clear. They wanted to put their opponent on their heels right from the jump. So I think early in this game, they're going to come out swinging right from the opening whistle.
And that'll be a pickup of 3.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 6. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. His pass taken in by Shaheed. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
3rd and 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
3rd and short yardage, and here's Darnold. Got it with Smith-Njigba. 11 yards for number 11, and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 11. And the Seahawks, 1st down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Now give to Walker, running right. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
Throwing, Darnold. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. And he does all he can to get away, but they're going to get him right at the line of scrimmage, and it will bring up 4th down. Stoppage here, one of the 49ers is down, and as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. So it's 4th down. The Seahawks send out the Aussie Michael Dixon to punt. And back deep for the Niners is Sky Moore. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The 49ers come out and Brock Purdy leads them out. Greg, it's really one of the best stories in NFL history when you think about it. From last pick in the draft to taking the 49ers to the Super Bowl, now to a lucrative contract for the fourth-year man out of Iowa State.
We had a chance to see him out on the field early in pregame, and I thought he looked really sharp. I thought he looked focused. We had a chance to talk to him earlier in the week, and he's excited for this opportunity today. He thinks he's got a chance to lead this offense and have a lot of success, and ultimately the #1 goal is to come out with a victory. Well, not exactly a highlight reel type play, but in some cases, just checking the ball down to your fullback, picking up some positive yards is the only play that's to be made.
From the 21, here's 2nd down and 9. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. And he let him a bit too much. That pass is incomplete.
You know, there's a rule that's pretty simple when you're running routes against zone coverage, Mike, and it's as simple as if you're open, stay open. Instead, you see the receiver here, he ends up running to a covered window, and it just clouds the vision of the quarterback. Instead of throwing into a wide open target, he's now forced to throw into a contested area.
He manages to get the throw away and completes it. 13 yards on that pass play. It's good for a Niners first down.
First down. A gain of 13 yards.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
Opening carry of the game for the versatile Christian McCaffrey. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
14 more
Nice
yards.
chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a first down.
A gain of 14.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
Midfield to the 49-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down. They run once more with McCaffrey. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
13 yards.
Pick up there of 13. First down, 49ers.
First down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8.
Throwing from the gun is Purdy. He'll complete that to his fullback. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
So I don't think his fullback was his primary option on that play, but a really nice job by the quarterback working quickly through his progression, getting the ball down to his big fullback, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
They'll run the toss with McCaffrey. He'll be brought down inside the 25. Nick Emmanwori is there to make the play.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
3rd down. Purdy. That is brought in at the 10. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got first and goal coming up.
That's another 49er first down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's second down. Stoppage here, one of the 49ers is down. The training staff going to look, and we'll step out for a moment. From the 1, second and goal. McCaffrey is in. Touchdown, 49ers.
San Francisco.
A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
On now, Eddie Pinheiro for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the 49ers will take a 7-0 lead.
Seahawks nothing.
So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Seahawks offense going to take over now for the second time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for first and 10. They'll go play action with Darnold. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete. Jackson Smith-Njigba, the intended receiver. It's second down.
I'll tell you what, Mike, with this guy's speed, he's not an easy target to overthrow. So that's one of those where they're telling this quarterback, throw it with everything you got. Just lay it out there. And more times than not, he's going to run under it. But in this case, just a little bit too much on it. He winds up overshooting his man.
Pass interference. Offense. Still second down.
From the gun, here's the give to Walker. That will make third down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one.
They gave him the impossible task of being so far behind the sticks and saying, hey, go salvage this series. And he almost pulled it off. What a great run. And in most instances, it would be rewarded with the first down.
Third down and 9. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. It's complete. He's got pop. And they will bring him down on the other near side of midfield. They get the conversion on third down. It was a gain of 27.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle third of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike.
Taken in right side by Barner. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
At the 49ers,
Linebacker certainly wasn't fooled on that play. Not only does he get there in a hurry, but he's able to secure that tackle and bring him down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. He's got the Alabama product, Robbie Oops. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 5.
I'm not sure how many guys grow up wanting to be an NFL fullback, Mike. They don't get the ball a ton. They're used to do all the dirty work. But in this case, this guy's showing off. Hey, coach, you get the ball in my hands. I can do some things.
Throwing on third down is Darnold. He'll get this complete to Walker. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on fourth down?
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the first down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on fourth down.
Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So Myers back out there at the field goal a moment ago. Now set to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Niners offense ready to take over for their second possession. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Out of the gun. It's Purdy. That's caught by McCaffrey. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball is thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball is thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
So after one, the Niners have the early advantage. Greg and I back in the Great Northwest in a moment. It's the 49ers with the football to start quarter number 2 from the 46. Here's 2nd and 5 as we are ready to get back underway. Purdy going to give this one to McCaffrey. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
3rd and short. Purdy. He'll let one go. Downfield for Jennings. Reek Woolen that time. Good coverage, and he breaks it up.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and It ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And this is going to pin him back. It's out of bounds inside the 10. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. On play action, here's Darnold. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop. I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. Darnold to throw. That is caught. He finds Walker. A pickup of 12 yards. 1st down, Seattle.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Well, it's been pretty clear this offense has wanted to get this running back involved in the passing game here in the 1st half. And with the success they've found, I expect the rest of the game to go very similar.
The run up the middle, it's Walker. And this will gain a couple of yards up to the 22-yard line.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Second and 7. We'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And he's going to have that 1st down. Tackle made up at the 30.
It's a gain of 8. That's good.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
On the ground, it's Walker. He'll get this ahead for about 3. Luke Gifford in on the tackle. And play halted for a moment. We have an injured Seahawk player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll run here with Walker. And he'll get forward for about a yard. Jason Pinnock there to end it.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Now Darnold. This one intercepted. Picked off by their rookie corner.
And while he's still a rookie and he's going to have his ups and downs, this is the player they thought they were getting when they selected him in this previous year's draft. I mean, he looked almost like a savvy veteran there, baiting that quarterback into that throw. He had great anticipation. He was on time in his drive, and then he plucks that ball out of the air, and he almost looks like a wide receiver.
Here's Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers offense coming back onto the field. They'll have a short field looking to build on the lead. On the counter, it's McCaffrey. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down.
The tackle by Josh Jobe. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 3. Shotgun snap to Purdy. Open man there. It is Bourne. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Open man is Jennings. And he's going to be very close to the first down marker. Out of bounds after a gain of 9.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
One of the tight ends in motion right. On the handoff, McCaffrey. And he'll get this inside the 20, a nice run. They're in the red zone. It's first down.
10 yards.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Play fake to McCaffrey. Now Purdy. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
8 yards on the
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to McCaffrey. They'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
It's a loss of 2.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
3rd and short. Here's Purdy. That's taken in by Jennings. And he's going to have the first down. They convert on 3rd, and it sets up a 1st and goal.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
And they'll run here with McCaffrey. And he'll take this one in. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, San Francisco. His 2nd touchdown of this first half. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
Pinheiro on for the extra point. His kick is good. And the 49ers extend their advantage to 14-3.
Seahawks 3.
So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. On the return, it's Rashid Shaheed. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Seahawks offense ready to get back at it. They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. Bernardo Green there to bring him down.
2 yards on the pickup.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional, you become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Now a 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
So prior to that 3rd down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation. At that down and distance, they had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. Here's Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers offense coming back onto the field. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. On play action, here's Purdy. To the forward, Cal Bears, the Tundras. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
10 yards on the
Initially, when the quarterback looked his tight end's way, I thought he had a chance for a big pickup. He had nice separation there early. But let's give credit to the defense. They were able to rally quickly to the ball and keep that from being an even bigger game.
Throwing on 2nd down is Purdy. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a 1st down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
1st and 10. Purdy. This one complete to Bourne. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
From the gun, it's a give to McCaffrey. It'll get forward to about the 42. Stop is made by Jaron Reed.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
They'll try to run for it with McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
Gain of 17 yards.
A gain of 17 yards. It's good for a Niners 1st down.
Gain of 17 yards. 1st down, San Francisco.
Again, it's McCaffrey. Not much there, maybe a yard. And play halted for a moment. We have an injured Seahawk player. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Now Purdy. They'll try to set up the screen to McCaffrey. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Eddie Pinheiro going to come on to try a field goal now. This will be a 38-yard attempt. Pinheiro's kick is good. And the 49ers are going to open up a 17-3 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So Pinheiro had the field goal a moment ago. And now he's back out to kick it away. Shaheed now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. Pass is completed to Cup. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick 1st down.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode. And that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points.
2nd and 6 at the 42-yard line.
It is 2nd and 6. To throw is Darnold. That's to the right side. And he's complete. Cooper Kupp was the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
All right, so the ball falls incomplete, but I think what it does now, Mike, is it allows you to stop the clock, get in the huddle, take a deep breath, and now your play caller has to give you the best play. Go get points here before the half and try to build something going into halftime.
Got a man, that's Barner, the tight end. Now Seattle will use the final timeout, and the stoppage comes with 23 seconds left on the first half clock.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the 1st down.
Here's Darnold again. And they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield.
A loss of 7 brings up 2nd and 17 at the 46-yard line.
So we've hit half here out west, and we'll send it back east to Scott Hansen, who has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you, my friend. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of this second half.
Jason Myers.
Third quarter set to commence.
Seattle.
And we're back underway here on EA Sports. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Niners offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. They'll run with McCaffrey to start this drive. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Down by Ernest Jones. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Purdy. That's over the middle and caught by Tonjes. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. A gain of 16 on that pass play. First down, 49ers.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
They'll run here with McCaffrey. Not much happening there, just a short gain.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. Throw on the move is caught. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a first down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and we're able to convert.
And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
A give for McCaffrey running right. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. And he puts his head down and he picks up the first down.
It's a gain of 8. That's another 49er first down. An 8-yard pickup and a 49er first down.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that third down conversion. Continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
Here's McCaffrey. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
I'm thinking, Mike, they might have had a little tendency on him or been tipped off pre-snap, because it seemed to me like that defense was just ready and waiting for the jet sweep. There wasn't a whole lot he could do. He takes the loss.
Purdy now on second down. Quickly to the outside and complete. And he's got about 5 on this one before he's out of bounds. And they're set up a little bit better for third down.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. That's catch 3 just on this drop. And it gets his team a first down.
First and goal, San Francisco.
That's just such a tough throw. I mean, that's all arm. Being able to get your body turned and throw back across your body. I mean, it's one thing if you're just throwing it a couple yards to a check down. But in this case, he's still willing and able to push the ball downfield. And there does come some danger when you throw back across. But in this case, it's a big completion.
A pickup of 2 brings up second and goal.
Inside the 5, it is second and goal. Robinson will score. Touchdown, 49ers.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Now Pinheiro to add on the extra point. The kick is good. And the 49ers extend to a 24-3 lead. So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. Shaheed now to return it. Now an opening past the 30. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Seahawks offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. Throwing, Darnold. Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. Smith-Njigba left side, he's got it. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense and They've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The 49ers offense ready to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Look to hit him with a jet sweep here to begin this drive. And despite his best efforts to get away, ultimately, he goes down behind the line.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. They get 19 on that pass play. It's good for a Niners first down.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
Now, a handoff to McCaffrey. And he slips through an opening. Winds up getting about 8. That is past the 40-yard line.
43-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Purdy, making the read and keeping it.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
3rd and a yard. They'll go with the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down. The 49ers out to punt this one. The punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And this will go down as a punt inside the 20 as it continues out of bounds. The Seahawks offense ready to take over possession of the football. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 30. They get 11 and quickly pick up a first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it, because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And a good piece of running there. He'll get about 9 yards past the 35-yard line.
Mike, the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
Once again, it's Walker. And he will have the first down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
Throwing on 1st and 10 is Darnold. Over the middle, Smith-Njigba with the grab. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Second down and 3. Here's Darnold. Looking Smith-Njigba's way again, and again a catch. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about.
And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket, nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
Darnold to throw. Throw here down the field. Will fall incomplete.
He's really struggled with his accuracy all game long, and when you look, Mike, I think he's had some opportunities downfield to connect with his guys, and it's one of the biggest reasons they find themselves trailing here late in this game.
3rd and a long way to go. Darnold now to throw. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up 4th down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air, and truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
Take a shot. Downfield, looking for Cup. That's incomplete. Daring call on 4th down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's McCaffrey. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
A tight end in motion now. Play fake to McCaffrey. Now, Purdy. Was passed left side, caught by Thompson. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. And some problems communicating on third down,
Delay of
and
game.
that's going to be a delay.
Still third down.
So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face third and long. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. And this ball incomplete on third down. Jawan Jennings was the intended target. And it's going to be fourth down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Now, Darnold. He'll try to hit him with a screen. They're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of
How about 25 yards to start the drive? First down.
First down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
11 yards on the connection there. It's good for a Seahawks first down. Off the play fake. Here's Darnold. Down the field, he's got Barner. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
28 more yards.
They'll have a first down. It's a gain of 28.
And despite things looking pretty bleak at the moment, I think you got to respect the fact they're out there swinging. They're trying to pull off a double-digit comeback here in the fourth quarter.
To throw again is Darnold. Connects with Cup on the slant.
Darnold's pass complete to Cooper Kupp. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 16-yard line.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. In motion is Barner. Darnold to the air once more. This one's snagged by Smith-Njigba. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with first and goal. One is complete, and they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 5-yard line.
Here's Darnold again. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough. But
And he'll take it on in. Eric Sauber, touchdown Seahawks. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a two-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Jason Myers on to attempt the extra point. He's got it. And the Seahawks are able to edge a bit closer.
Niners 24, Seahawks 10.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. This one taken at the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here's Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers offense coming back onto the field. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. Purdy now, he'll throw on first down. He'll get this out wide to McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds, a pickup of 5.
Out of bounds at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 31, here is 2nd down and 5. On the give, it's McCaffrey. Lots of space, past the 45, and he'll be taken down. They get 15 on that game. First down, 49ers.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. A pickup there of 25 yards. It's good for a Niners first down.
First down, 49ers.
Play action. Here's Purdy. He'll get this out to the left flat. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
They run straight ahead with McCaffrey. And he'll pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Shotgun snap to Purdy. He finds his big receiver, that's Jennings.
A gain of 9 yards. That's another 49er first down. A gain of 9
And at this stage of the game, every first down gets them one step closer to being able to finish this one out. This defense has to find a way to get off the field. They have to get the ball back to their offense to give them a chance.
Now it's McCaffrey. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
on the stop. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Seahawks 14-yard line.
2nd down, 8 yards to go. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
8 yards to go.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was 3rd down. What a critical flag. Roughing the passer, it sets up 1st and goal. Purdy going to give this one to McCaffrey. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
And up until this point, this is not something that we've seen a lot of. This running back's had a really nice day. So in this case, this rep goes to the defense.
Try it again here from the 7-yard line. 2nd down and goal. Again, it'll be McCaffrey. Not a lot of room to work there. Well played by the defense. And they set themselves up for 3rd and goal.
Gain of 3 yards. It's now 3rd and goal.
Here's Purdy. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. Timeout Seahawks. That is their 2nd, as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. Eddie Pinheiro going to come on to try a field goal now. This, about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Niners add on to their lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
So Pinheiro had the field goal a moment ago, and now he's back out to kick it away. Now return coming from the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30. The Seahawks offense and Sam Darnold heading back on the field, and he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 46-yard line.
From the 46, here's 2nd down and 4. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. Up brings it in left side. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
So there's a saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
1st and 10. Shaheed in motion. Darnold now on 1st and 10.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
Here's 2nd and 2. Darnold to throw again. Open left side is Barner. And he'll get about 5 here as he's out of bounds with a 1st down.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a 1st down.
To throw on 1st down is Darnold. That one swung out wide to Walker.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
2nd down, they need 3. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
3rd and short yardage, and here's Darnold. He'll try to run for it. And he's into a slide to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a 1st down.
Anytime a quarterback decides to tuck it and turn himself into a runner, you can just feel the sideline hold their breath. They're just hoping that he gets down, picks up enough for the 1st down, but more importantly, protects himself so he can get himself back up and continue on.
Shaheed with the catch. Now Seattle will use the final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Darnold now to throw. Now he'll run it. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
That's good.
This is a part of the field where you have to account for the quarterback as a runner. Nothing's open downfield. Great job by your secondary, but then he makes a break for the goal line, and they're able to stop him just short, but not until after he sets his guys up 1st and goal.
It's going to be some points here at the finish line. This is a touchdown. They have fought till the end, but still will come up short. The teamwork was just ideal there. Greg, we don't see practice all week, but we see it pay off in the game.
And when you have a wide receiver, Mike, that can operate near the sideline, it just increases the amount of space that quarterback has to work with. He knows that he can put that ball maybe a little bit further away from the defender, knowing he's got the guy on the other end to not only secure the catch, but to keep his feet in bounds for a touchdown.
So a win here for our visitors, the 49ers. They're able to get the job done in front of a hostile crowd as they come away with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.